Low self-esteem, it happens all the time. How do we overcome low self-esteem? The answer might surprise you a little. In a previous video, we talked about how to boost self-esteem. And I shared with you some research that had been done and some things that you may not have expected about self-esteem. We're going to go a little different direction today. As we overcome low self-esteem, I think it's important to understand what the problem is. And I get in trouble for this sometimes, but I'm going to shoot straight with you because you're my family, okay? Low self-esteem is a problem with destructive pride. Now let that sink in for a minute. That might surprise or shock some of you. Some of you who know me better are going to be like, oh yeah, I've heard this before. Here's why. Think about it for a moment. And I'm inviting you to a level of metacognition today. Remember, metacognition is a higher level of thinking. It's thinking about thinking. Let's go there. Metacognition is so powerful and it creates a little space, and in that space is where our choice is. So as you turn on your metacognition and think about your own thinking, let's take on this self-esteem thing for just a minute. Have you noticed that everyone has an opinion? Oh yeah. Yeah, they do. Everyone has an opinion. About what? Well, about pretty much anything that they're familiar with, including people. So if someone knows you, they have an opinion about you, right? In fact, you know what? I have an opinion about you. Now, those of you who I know personally, you're going to be like, well, yeah, okay. Those of you who haven't actually met me face to face, guess what? I got an opinion about you too. I do. You're here on my channel, you're watching this video, I've got an opinion about you. And I can tell you already that it's a very positive opinion. I just love you, and I'm glad that you're here. Now, you might take my opinion and totally blow it off, okay? You might just say, oh, thanks, Dr. Paul, that's really nice, but you know, you're just supposed to be nice because you're my online shrink, right? No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about an actual esteem that I hold for you. But notice that you're going to take my opinion and you're going to throw it out the window because you've got an opinion too, don't you? Now, if I think that you are awesome and you think that you're not, whose opinion do you believe? See, those opinions don't match. So which one is right? Ah, yeah. See what you're doing? You know that you're right. You've already thrown my opinion out the window. It's like, oh yeah, whatever. You don't really know me. And then you take your own opinion and you hold it very carefully as the truth about you. Right? What about your family? Your family, they got some opinions about you, don't they? Yeah, now I don't even know what their opinions are. Some of them are positive, some of them are negative. Do their opinions match yours? Of you, I mean. No, probably not. There's some differences, right? Who's right? Do you see? There again, you know you're right. You're going to hold your own opinion to be more valid and more powerful and more true than anybody else's opinion. And you'll take my opinion. I'm a psychologist, for Pete's sake. You know what? I go to a social event or something. And you know when you're talking to somebody else and they're like, well, I'm not a psychologist, but... And then they give you their opinion about somebody. I am a psychologist. And you're still taking my opinion and throwing it out the window. Why? Because of destructive pride. Just notice that. Okay? Now, I'm going to get a little spiritual on you, okay? Because that's a big part of who I am and what drives me. I believe that we have a loving God, our Heavenly Father, who loves us and we're His children, okay? Now, coming from that perspective, whether you believe in God or not, if you can wrap your head around the possibility that there might be a creator involved here, that maybe there's a higher power, do you think that God has an opinion about you. Yeah, probably does, right? Yeah. Does God's opinion of you match yours? Probably not, right? Who's right? Do you see how this starts to look more like pride? This is so interesting because usually with low self-esteem, we mistakenly believe that our low self-esteem is a result of humility, maybe too much humility, right? It's not. It's destructive pride. And you can see it when we use the God example. Because if your opinion is better than or more correct or more true than God's, that sounds pretty prideful to me. It's like you're telling the supreme being, hey, sit down, you don't know what you're talking about. I know more than you do, right? Do you see how prideful that seems? I'm introducing this to you as a dilemma, okay? Because a lot of times what we need to do to overcome low self-esteem is to be more humble. And that doesn't sound right to a lot of people, okay? But check out exactly what I'm talking about here. Our opinion is just that. It's an opinion. You know what I think? We will not have a problem with low self-esteem if we are sufficiently humble to let go of our own opinion for just a minute and maybe trust other people or powers or entities that may have reasons to know. What if my opinion matched God's opinion of me? And what if God thinks I'm awesome? He created me, right? Maybe he thinks that. What if my opinion matched his? I think that's true humility. And it takes a little bit of soul searching to get there. It's not easy to take our own opinion and set it aside and replace it with one that serves us better or that is more affirming of who we are. So I know you probably didn't expect this from this particular video. How do we overcome low self-esteem? It's not about becoming more prideful. It's about becoming more humble. And you know what? I had one of my clients share with me recently. He said, you know, Dr. Paul, there are two kinds of people. There are those who are humble and those who are about to be. I kind of like that because stuff happens and it's hard stuff. The hard stuff in our life, I think, serves one primary purpose, and that is to help us to be more humble, which really serves us well. Because as we humble ourselves and we realize, you know what? I'm not always right about stuff. I don't have this thing figured out. Then we can put ourselves in position where we actually do the things and experience the things that will allow us to actually overcome that low self-esteem. I think I might have given you another little something to work on today. You know what? I'm glad that we can work on this stuff together. Please share this episode